and welcome to my knitting podcast. My name is Mathilde and I am a knitter based in Hamburg, Germany. This is the fourth episode of my knitting podcast and I want to thank everyone who's coming back and welcome everyone who's new. Today I want to talk about everything I've been knitting in September and in October, because it's already, I guess, the 20th of October, so it's been a while since I've recorded. I have 2 finished objects that are quite small, and then I have 3 work in progress. I have not knitted as much as I wanted to this month because I've been taking care of my children. I'm a mom of 2, and my son, who's 1 year old now, has been starting kindergarten, and I've been going with him in the first days, and so that's been taking up a lot of my time. But yeah, so I have not made as much progress as I wanted in my fall knitting, but that's okay. There's still knitting to be done in the future, and I want to start today by talking about what I'm wearing. This is the chestnut sweater by Petite Knit, and I've knitted this in knitting for olive double merino in the color pomegranate, and I've knitted this last year, I think, when I was pregnant, so I knitted it quite oversized and it's pretty cozy. The only issue I have with this jumper is, as you can see on the sleeve, I ran out of yarn, and when I ordered yarn again I got a different dye lot, and so now I have 2 colors on my sleeve. I think that's fine. I still wear it quite a lot, and I think it's a really nice color for fall, so that's what I chose to wear today. My first finished object is a really easy snood that I did for my daughter. This is the 100 stitches snood. It's a free pattern on Unraveling. Wait, I'll look for the name of the designer. The designer is No Frills Knitting, and so it's really easy. You cast on 100 stitches with a stretchy cast on. That was a difficult part. It was my first time knitting a stretchy cast on, and I had to look up, I think, 4 or 5 YouTube videos before it clicked, and I managed to do it myself. And then you just knit in stockinette. And then you have the stretchy bind off. I think it was Jenny's stretchy bind off, and that one is easy and I know how to do it. So I used Lang Yarn Bébé Merino 200 in this nice rainbow color. It's a bit like mermaid colors. My daughter really likes it and she wears it every day. Today I had to put it aside so she wouldn't wear it, and she asked where it was, and I told her a lie. I said it was in the wash. So I could show it to you guys today. And to match, I made a hat. So this is a double thick hat. As you can see, it's double layers. And the designer is Karima Ali. And this is also a free pattern on Ravelry. And so first you cast on with a crochet chain, and then you do one side. I started with the multiple color side, then you do decrease until the crown, and then you pick up and you do the other side, and at the end I didn't have enough white, so I went back to my color for Yang Yarn Merino. The white is also the same yarn, and then you can put one side in the other and you have a nice thick hat. I think the muscle burrow has the same the same structure, but I've never knitted this one, the muscle burrow, but I've seen it a lot in YouTube podcast. And yeah, this is a child size. I might make it again in an adult size. It's quite cool, a bit small for me, but for my daughter, she's 3, it's perfect. She really enjoys wearing it. And the yarn is really soft, not itchy at all, and it didn't grow too much after blocking. I was afraid it would grow a lot because it's super wash and I would end up too big for my daughter, but it's actually a good size. So those were my 2 finished objects. They were small actually, but it is both, I think, on 3 or 3.5 milliliter needles, so they were still time consuming to make. Then my first work in progress is almost done, is my Moby jumper from Petite Knit. Here it is. As you can see, I have one finished sleeve and I only have the cuff left to work on. This is my second time working the Moby jumper from Petite Knit. The first one I gave away to a friend. And this time I chose this nice grey that I had in stash. This is the wool Alpaca Classico from Maya. It is merino wool and alpaca. I am hoping it grows when it blocks, because right now, as you can see, it is a bit small and I don't want a tight fitting Moby jumper. On purpose I did size S when usually I do size XS with Petite Knit, because I want it to be a bit roomy and cozy, and right now it's looking a bit tight, so we'll see how it turns out. I think it's really beautiful. I didn't have too many issues because it was my second time working the pattern. You start at the back and then you add the shoulders, join in the front. The cables are not complicated. I just had some mistakes sometimes because I wanted to cross too soon and then I had to frog and make the cables a bit longer. And yeah, now I'm working the cuff. The cuff is really long. It's 8 centimeters of ribbing. I hate doing ribbing, so this is long. That's why I haven't finished yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to blocking this. And what's funny with this pattern is that, as usual, I did not calculate correctly how much yarn I would need. I had 10 skeins in stash and I thought, yeah, that's plenty enough, I can do it. And then I was working on my first sleeve when I realized, oh no, I only have 2 skeins left. This will never be enough. I need more, I have to order. And this yarn is discontinued. So I looked everywhere where I could find it. I only found new skeins on eBay. So it was my first time ordering yarn on eBay and it went okay. I ordered. I didn't know if it was the same dye lot, but it worked out. It was the same color. But I ordered 3 skeins, which was way too much. So now I'm finishing the first of those 3. It will be enough to finish my sleeve. Maybe I'll dip in a tiny little bit on one more skeins, but then I have 2 skeins left. So what will I do with those? I'm thinking a hat for my husband, or for me. Yeah, because I have 2 skeins of this, and what if this hat is not enough? So I have this time to really look the meterage I have and what I can do with it. I won't be able to do something for my children because this yarn is too itchy for my children to wear. But yeah, so we will see. But this is my Moby jumper. I'm really looking forward to blocking it and wearing it. And I will be showing pictures of it on Instagram when it's finished. My second work in progress. I've been really excited to knit on, which is also why I haven't finished my Moby. And it's this very cute scarf. This is the Easy Peasy scarf by Paula Strick. And this is also a free pattern. It is in, I think, light fingering or lace. And I am using this yarn from Hedgehog Fiber in the color Pink Daisy. I found this, it's cashmerino, so it's a mix of cashmere and merino. It's really, really soft, really, really nice. And I found this on Vinted. I bought 2 skeins. And I was really, really happy. It was a good purchase. When I saw it, it was exactly like the pictures. It's my first time working this kind of hand-painted yarn. So you have those specks of colors. I think they look cute with the pink and the green and the purple. My daughter also really likes it. When she saw the yarn, she asked if it was going to be a jumper for her. And I had to disappoint her. But because it's a scarf, she can also play with it, and it's gonna be a big shawl, so she can wear it as a cape or something, and she'll be happy about that. And right now, I've been working on my first skein, and it's already quite big, and I have 2 of those, so I don't know if I'm going to use the whole thing or only one. In the pattern it says that you need 700 meters, and with my 2 skeins I have 650 meters or something, so it's actually less than asked. But I guess the finished shawl is really huge. I don't know if I want a shawl that big or a smaller scarf, so I'll see. I'm gonna continue knitting until I think the size is good. I think if it's bigger it might be nicer to wrap around in the winter. But I've seen a lot of those small triangular scarves on Instagram and on fashion pages, so maybe I do a smaller one that's more trendy. I'm not sure, what do you think? Should I make the full size scarf or should I make it a bit smaller, like cute bandana? I don't know. But yeah, you just do increases on one row and then the other row you purl, and you'll have those edges. And then when you're halfway through your yarn, you start the decreases. So it's pretty self-explanatory pattern. I think that's why it's free, but really cute. And then I casted on a new jumper for my son. And because I've been knitting for my daughter, so I want to knit for him as well. I always try to alternate, one for me, one for my daughter, one for my son. And the only one who's left out is my husband, because knitting for men is so time consuming. It's such a big task that I don't have the energy to make more than one jumper for him every 2 years. So yeah. So this is for my son, who's 1 year old now, and this is the Frankie jumper from Mathilde, Frankie Junior. I'm making one size 1 to 2 years old. And I'm using some leftover yarn that I had from Maya. This is Tuscany tweed. I already made an overall, a Willem overall with those, and I still have 2 or 3 skeins left in light blue, and then I have a lot in dark blue because I have 10 skeins of those, and I'm planning on making a jumper for my husband with those. I hope it's not a mistake starting to use the dark blue and then I won't have enough dark blue to finish a jumper for my husband, but I think it should be okay. We'll see. If not, I can always reorder, except if it's discontinued. I don't know, maybe I should check before going further along. But this is a really nice pattern. It's with raglan, so, and worked in a round. But what's really cool about this is that you also have short rows at the beginning. So in the back, you can see the back is longer. And I think that's going to be a really good fit, because I've been knitting a lot of the... Is it weekend or Friday? I think it's the Friday sweater for the children. And that one is also with raglan, but without short rows, and you cannot distinguish the front from the back. And so I think with short rows it's going to be a better fit. And I was hoping that this would be faster to knit up than the Friday sweater, because it's I think it's a DK weight and the Friday is fingering, but actually you work this on 3 millimeters needles, whereas the Friday I think is 3.5. So it's not going to be faster. It's just going to be denser fabric. So yeah, it's not going to be faster, but it's really fun. I really like working baby knits in the round, and I like seeing the raglan grow. So this is my Frankie sweater, and I really like the Frankie line. She has the baby, the junior, and now there's one for women as well. And I would like to knit one for myself. And actually I'm going to talk about it now, about this project. So I already talked about this in my fall knitting video. I have this jumper. This is the sweater number 9 by my favorite knitwear. And I don't really like the color on me. And it's one of my first jumpers, so it's not perfect. And also it doesn't have short rows in the back. And I was wanting to frog this and reuse the yarn and make a striped sweater with dark brown and this pink. And I was planning on ordering another batch of knitting for Olive Heavy Merino. This is Heavy Merino, so in brown I was thinking dark mousse or brown bear. But the problem is with this jumper is that I held the Heavy Merino with a mohair, and this has been through the wash, it's been worn a lot. And in my last video I said that I wanted to separate the mohair from the merino, and someone commented that it was impossible and I would never manage to do it. So I'm still going to try, but probably it won't be a success. And if that's the case, if I cannot separate the yarn, then I have to find another project than the Frankie jumper to make with this. So I don't know, I'm gonna see if it works out or not. I'll keep you updated, but so far I didn't have time to frog. I'm not looking forward to finding the place where my cast off, where my ends are, and to start. So yeah, that's always not easy, frogging a project to start a new one when you already have weaved in the ends. So we'll see. And yeah, those are all my finished things. Otherwise, I have this still that I talked about in my last podcast. I haven't started yet. I still want to do the Marielle blouse from Maria Verden. This is pure Regia Premium with merino wool. In the color 00025. And this is Knitting for Olive Silk Mohair in Hokkaido. Really cute color combo. I was hoping to knit this in October because orange before Halloween would be fun. But I don't think I will have time to start it. Maybe when I finish my Moby I can at least do the swatch for this. But yeah, I haven't had time to start this one. And otherwise, I wanted to share with you acquisition. I have those two skeins. There are Knitting for Olive Merino. It's very heavy Knitting for Olive video today. In the color Marzipan. And I bought this on Vinted for €8. I thought it was a good deal for two skeins. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I was hoping to use it with the mohair from my sweater number 9 to do one of those hood scarves. But if I cannot do that, I will probably use this for a knit for one of my children. So we'll see, I'll keep you updated. Yeah, so those are my projects that I've done so far in the fall. And thank you for watching, see you next time.